Nashaun, let's first start with how you know Mr. Jamil Newby Gibson.
I met him after hanging out with my brother, because I stayed with my brother for a little bit, and I met him then. At first, it was just we just hung out doing normal teenager stuff, and yeah, that's how I.
Do you consider yourself, when did you meet Mr. Newby Gibson? How long ago was this?
I would say like a year, maybe 2 years ago.
Okay. So would you consider yourself friends since seeing, or acquaintances, or?
I don't really have any friends yet. Like, people that I would call my friends are now family in essence. So, I gave, we started off, as, we were cool. I wouldn't call him my friend, but we were cool. And yeah.
So, just because I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly, Mr. Newby Gibson through your older brother?
My little brother, yes.
Your little brother.
Yeah.
And let's talk about why you were on New Colony Drive Friday night and sort of what happened there for you.
So that night, I was getting in my car after leaving out of my brother's house, and I was just on my way to my homegirl's house, or my best friend's house. And, I was just gonna hang out with her. It was raining, so she asked me if I could come, if I could meet her there so that I could open the door because she has kids. So yeah, that's what I did.
So what happened next? So your brother lives on New Colony Drive then?
Yeah.
So you're leaving his house. You're going to another person's house. Was Mr. Newby Gibson at that house, at your brother's house, when you left?
No.
Okay. At some point on Friday night, you came across him, then, correct? So let's talk about how you two interacted and ultimately what led to the incident.
I just got in my car and I started driving. I was waiting for my music to turn on. Usually my music snapped right on, but it didn't. So I'm driving out and he's staring down my car, like he's on the left side, and he's just like staring down my car as I'm driving past. So I drive past, and of course if somebody's staring at your car, it's like, what are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? So I went down to the end of the court. I backed up, I drove forward, backed up, and went back down, made a U-turn. At first I didn't see him. I thought maybe he had tried, or he was hiding or something like that. But, he was standing at the exact spot that he was staring down in my car. And
sorry, so you say he was staring at your car?
yeah, he was like staring down at my car like I was a type of threat or something. So after I made the U-turn, I kept driving. I thought, I didn't see him at first, but he was still standing in the same spot. And I stopped my car. I rolled down the window. I said, "What's up?" And he said, "What's up?" and started leaning in towards my car, or leaning towards my vehicle. And he's all up inside the window and all of that stuff like that. And, I just started thinking about all the threats and stuff that he's said, or, sent through text messages and such, towards my friends, or not my friends, but the people that me and my brother hang out with. Towards me, he said it over the phone. So at that point, I was just waiting to see what was going to happen. And
so there have been some history of communication between you and Jamil. You're saying that some.
Has there been communication between me and him and what?
So you're saying in the time that you've known Jamil that there's been instances that he's texted you or phone threats to you?
Not texted me personally because I blocked him. I blocked him a long time ago. But he's texted my brother and our other friend that we hung out and said, "What are y'all looking at? You know, I'll kill you," and all of this stuff. And I was like, all of that really was unnecessary because I felt like he was blaming me for a death that had happened prior, where a friend that we knew that we used to go to the gym with, he had gotten shot, you know, being outside after we had told him, you know, go inside the house, man, stay inside.
So Friday night, he's around your car. He starts kind of climbing. He's near your window. You guys are going back and forth. So do you get out of your car and then so you shoot from inside, or because in some of these court records, you know, you turn yourself over to police pretty quickly. It says. So did you fire from your car? Did you think that he was going to fire at you? What exactly happened?
I don't know. I don't remember doing any firing or anything like that.
You don't remember?
I didn't do any firing or anything like that.
In one of these, let's see here. Criminal complaint here says officers made contact with Mr. Reid via phone, and a short time later, Reid came to the detective bureau voluntarily. So part of the reason of being here was asking, you know, why you did that.
Why did I give myself up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, before, okay. So I was called shortly after, you know, explaining what was going on and such, and like as soon as I went home, you know, I'm talking about like 20, you know, maybe 30 minutes later, it seemed that way to me. I don't know the actual time frame and all of that stuff, but as soon as I got home, it was my brother's mom calling me, and she was saying, you know, she was like, Nashaun, so and so or somebody got shot, and it happened 5 minutes after you got home. Are you okay? Ooh, and all this stuff. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't really know what's going on. And then, you know, we hung up after that, and she called back again and saying that detectives wanted to speak with me, and I said okay. And you know, they started speaking and said that they have me leaving or being in the area when it happened. I was like, okay, well, I was already leaving. I wasn't, you know, I didn't do anything to that kid.
In a bail determination sheet that I'm looking at, it says defendant turned self and ultimately confessed to shooting. So is that still your stance? Are you still?
I never confessed to shooting anybody. I've never wanted to shoot anybody. I've never done anything in a harmful way. I've always wanted to protect my family, and that's always what I've always done. I've never been the person to jump at, you know, or be the cause of something. I've always been the one that's defending or protecting self. So,
I want to make sure I understand your stance. So when we report this tonight, you know, because it's going to say say in court records it says he said this to police investigators, but as we're talking tonight, you're saying you are not taking responsibility for the shooting of Jamil.
I'll say I never confessed to anything. I never said that I did this, and I never said that I did that. I told them what happened, and I told them the same thing that I was telling you. And, they kind of did their own work.
Where'd you get the gun from?
So,
Did you get it from somewhere else?
what was it?
Where was the gun? Or actually, do you deny that there was a gun that you possessed a gun that night at all?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Are you claiming that you did or did not have a weapon the night of the shooting?
I'm not going to say that I didn't have a weapon because a weapon was bought for me to protect myself because I stay in Norfolk area, and Norfolk can be a little jumpy. And so it was bought or purchased for me so that I could protect myself in such equations. But even then, the only place that I've ever even thought about shooting anything have been at the range, and I haven't made it to the range yet. I just was texting my girlfriend's mom asking her if we could go.
Have you talked to your parents yet? Have you talked since being here? Have you talked to your parents? Do you know what you're going to do from a legal standpoint?
So they had me in a mental housing. Those people, they can't get out for at least an hour. Like they can only be out for an hour, and I haven't myself been able to get out since then. They've kept me into that room. I haven't been able to take a shower. I haven't been able to do anything. They gave me food, but I haven't been hungry, so I just kept the food.
Tony, will you tell me if I need to stop? Oh.
Okay. Would you say that you felt threatened by Mr. Gibson, or there's obviously some history between you two, so?
Yes, I would say that I was threatened. As soon as he started, talking and leaning into my car, it's like, what are you doing? We can talk. You can stand right there outside the window, and I could be sitting down in the car, and we can have a clean conversation. But you don't have to lean into my car, putting your hands into your jacket as if you're about to reach for something.
Gonna circle back here. So you're here telling me that you haven't confessed to a shooting. Court documents say that you told detectives that that is what happened. If you're here telling me that you did not shoot Mr. Jamil Gibson, then can you tell me who did?
I wouldn't be able to tell you who did, because I don't know. I know that there was one person across the street from him when I was out there. They were right there. As soon as I drove off, I heard the sound, and I kept driving, because if I turn around, now it's my fault.
Are there other details from Friday night that you? Because to be honest, there's not a ton of information in the criminal complaint. There is just that you were identified as a possible suspect through surveillance video, that officers made contact with you, that you came in voluntarily, that you were interviewed and confessed. That's all the details. So,
I understand. I didn't confess to doing any shooting. I told them where the firearm was. I was cooperative throughout the entire interview, but I never once confessed to doing anything.
Did you know Mr. Jamil B.B. Gibson was there that night? Can you clarify that? You said
Did I know prior to me driving?
Yes, when you left when you left your younger brother's house, did you know that Jamil was there?
No.
Was there anyone else in the house when you left that property on New Colony? Was it you and other people, friends, or?
When I left, it was just me into my car. I didn't leave with anybody else because I was going to a friend's house, and me and that friend usually hang out with her and her friends. I don't usually bring any of my friends around.
You mentioned that the gun was bought for you. Who is that? Just a person in the community? Is that family? Who is that?
Family.
Do you feel, would you have to, looking back on Friday evening, is there anything that you would like to have happened differently or wish had happened differently, or?
I would like to say that I wish I'd never seen him. I wish that, you know, he never would have been around my car. I wish that, you know, I wish that I never even went to my brother's house. You know, usually on that occasion I would wish that, you know, I would hang out with my brother more.
Why do you say that?
What, did I wish that I never went to my brother's house?
Why do you say that you wish you did not go?
Did not go to my brother's house?
Yeah.
Because while I was at my brother's house, I was arguing with my girlfriend. Usually that's where I go. I go to my brother's house, you know, calm down, you know, or just hang out at my brother's house, because in anything that we've ever been through, you know, it's always just been just me and my brother. It's never been nobody else. Nobody really helps us out, you know.
No, if you need to cut me off, that's fine. I'm just going.
Okay, yeah, if you're done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was just waiting. Yeah. Mr. Reid, that is all the questions I have for you. Thank you. I know you have some other important business to do. Thanks